Okay, Katie, this is third attempt, second computer, third program. We'll get it recorded one way or another here. So I chose Google Earth, and again, why would Google Earth be something I'd use in the classroom? It does allow me to pull up locations, sites, things that my students probably wouldn't be able to experience. Yes, they can go online and see it other ways. I just thought it was interesting the way that Google Earth did present it. So obviously this is Google Earth. It does work best if you're in Google Chrome. So I did download that just to give you a heads up. So the easiest thing we're going to do is just do a simple search. And everybody's used to this part, but I will do this. I'll pick something that everybody should know. Obviously, if I can type it right would help. State, and we'll just click on that, and it's going to zoom us here. And what's interesting about that was, yes, it's going to zoom us in there, but I thought it was interesting. Oh, it's not giving me any writing now. Let's see. Usually it gives us something in here. Let's try that search again. Let's give that another shot. Maybe it just didn't like that. Let's try that one more time. Wayne State University. There we go. That's better. So as you can see, normally it gives you this little window over here, which I thought was interesting. It gives you a basic description. Wayne State University is an American public research university located in Detroit, Michigan. It's the third largest university in Michigan, blah, blah, blah. You can click on that and it will take you to that. I'm not going to do it this time. It does just take you to a basic Wikipedia page. Nothing too fancy there. And obviously you can zoom in, you can zoom out. We're used to that kind of stuff. But that's not what we're really here to look at it for. I just wanted to show a basic to do that. So the next thing I'm going to do is let's do Mount St. Helens. This is something that we may use it obviously in a geology class. Oh, hit the wrong button, Bill. And it's going to whisk us away to there. Again, it's going to give us the information about Mount St. Helens. It'll tell you about when it exploded and such, and then it is just obviously what it is. What I thought was interesting about this is being able to zoom in and out, and that you can, obviously, let's do it one more time here. I closed the window before it was allowed to go all the way in. It'll let you zoom in like this so you can see a panoramic 360-degree view. So I could talk about how when the mountain exploded that this side was basically devastated, that it was blown out. Another good thing I could show my students would be if I was talking about the moon and the stars would be Stonehenge. If I type it right. Typing is not one of my strengths. And we'll go here. Again, giving you a brief description about Stonehenge. It's going to fly us all the way. Oh, we're going a little bit more. And I could explain to the students that, hey, this is basically, it was used as a calendar as well as the other things that it could have been used for. But those are just basic things. If I wanted to do it more, I did find this interesting. It does give you several different things you can look at. This is just editor's picks. I thought it was interesting here that you go from Latino trailblazers. They've had poetry on here before and so on. It does have an education tab, which I also thought was interesting. Underground Railroad, they'll show you basically the routes that was taken. Voyages of great nautical ships, Columbus and so on, although those are in there, you can click on them. But for me, the nature one here, this was the most interesting for me. Let me get this closed, and we'll go back to here and go to nature. And it would show you formations like Yellowstone's National Park and so on. Sorry, I had to sneeze there for a minute. I apologize. So this is in layers. I thought this was interesting that I can see tsunamis in history and what the effects were. 1,000 years of volcanoes. I am actually going to click on that. I found this interesting earlier. It's going to zoom us out, and it's basically going to show you all the locations of volcanoes in the world, which again I would use a lot during a earth science class. This is obviously, but I could talk about this being the Ring of Fire, and I could actually single out any individual volcano, and it would give you more information about that. Another interesting thing I thought was seafloor depth. You could find out about trenches and such, but again, in earth sciences, you could see the differences in the depths of the oceans that, instead of just talking it over with a student, you can actually get this model out and you could actually show them. In a geology class, we would talk more about, go back in, Bill. We would talk about this oceanic ridge, how this is basically the formation of new land as these two plates are pulling away from each other. I can see countless applications. I'd be able to use this in a science or a geology class, and again, making it possible for a student to see it. So that's about it for me today with this. Hopefully this one will get saved correctly. Have a great day.